Welcome to Oklahoma High School Girls Basketball Between the Lines with man, Coach V. What's up, Coach V?
What's going on, Tony?
Hey, another day. It's hot. But hey, summer's winding down, Coach. It's time for you to get back to work.
Man.
You've been working hard, Coach.
Yeah, man, in the yard, doing a little yard work, getting ready before school starts. Now back to the classroom.
Back to the classroom. So have you been working at the school too, or just
No, I've been ghost town from that school. I've been my last week. I got meetings though, so I go to meetings.
Okay.
And kind of get back in the groove a little bit, and then full time Tuesday.
Full time. Got your students back. So, Coach, you know what that means?
What's that?
It's basketball season. You get your girls back. The ones that are not playing softball or cross country.
Yeah, it's just preseason time now.
Well, preseason time. Oh, we got a phone call, folks. Hotline.
I'll tell the recruit later.
Yeah. Coach out here getting kids recruited. Hey, you better stay on his good side. It means you need to subscribe, hit the like button,
yeah,
and he'll get you recruited. But, Coach, I know you got a lot of stuff going on, man. I know you've been putting girls' names out for that 2029.
Yeah, we got a prep hoop showcase, freshmen on the 6th and sophomores up on the 13th. So I've been working hard on that, trying to get. My question is, I always hear, who's ranked, rank. But then they don't ever you never play anybody. I mean, I don't see you don't play nobody, but how can you be number one if you don't ever play the other?
Yeah, the other 15 to 20 girls is ranked alongside you, though.
I was thinking about that on the way over here. I was like, you remember that year was 85, 86, BYU won national championship?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
They didn't play nobody, but
they won a national championship.
So, that's why I'm trying to get the kids that are ranked, unranked, unranked, whatever. I mean, I just want to try to get the best so that way I can compare when the committee does rankings and stuff, that they've actually seen some one-on-one situations, just so you get that vibe. And I just want a good day of basketball.
Yeah, Coach, you talked about that. My buddy Andre Johnson, he kind of spoke on this yesterday. We were sitting there talking, and his daughter got a invite to a college, to come kind of see her up close. It's kind of recruiting her, and they call her out. It's the same day as the juniors and sophomores and seniors. And he's like, man, what do I do? I said, man, you got to go to the college.
Yeah, you got to go.
I mean, he's like, well, there's a couple girls. He says daughter's ranked number 20. He goes, there's a couple girls my daughter's better than. I said, well, that ranking is for bragging rights. That's all it is, man. I mean, if she goes out there and take care of business, people going to know who she is. So it doesn't matter. I mean, you can have a girl ranked number 1. And like you said, Coach, she might not face nobody all year. She might play a lot of the Johnny the Boo-Boos and not play anybody and look like she's good. But, you go to this camp. I think you go to this camp, you get to see some of the top 2029 girls is in the state.
Right.
Right now, I think you're sitting with about 35, 40 girls right now.
30. I think I got about 30. I got 30 in the freshmen, about 35 in the sophomores up. But I have a couple that are, I think after this weekend, they'll sign up. So, the thing there is try to get it out, I want to get the list out early. So
Yes, sir.
I can post it like I did the other day with the freshmen.
Yeah, I like that.
Colleges can see who's coming. And also, that's the first thing you ask is, hey, man, who's coming? Well, I'm going to let you know who's coming. So that way, if you think you're better than somebody, then come on out.
Bring your talents to the Hive on the 6th.
Yeah, come on out, So just trying to get a good event, get some exposure.
Yes, sir.
I'll do my best on my platform. We'll do best on the platform we have right here with the podcast and just try to get your name out. And if you got an opportunity to get seen by a college, and so if you got, like your buddy says, if he's got a chance to go to college, and you got to go that because that's what the whole purpose is.
Yes, sir. I know who will be there, though, Coach.
Who's that?
Oklahoma High School Girls Between the Lines will be there. And we will grab some of you, couple of you young ladies, and talk to you and ask you, excuse me. I've been choked.
Get to know them.
I've been choked up in Florida. But, we'll grab some of you girls and ask you,
must be that clean cut grass you got out there.
No.
That thing like golf course,
man,
golf course cut out there.
One side of it is, the other side look like like he ain't got no water here.
Yeah,
so
you a little short on the water.
Yeah,
side.
shorter. Yeah. I mean, that water bill, Coach, man, I got it last month, like 162. And I said, hell, nobody takes showers but once a week. Well, Coach, let's dive into this, man. We're not gonna keep everybody long, but we want to keep the shows going. We are working on trying to get a new platform for us, and
yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Excuse me. Once we get that taken care of, I think we're going to be in good shape. We're going to be able to bring different, people from different parts of the state and talk to them and have them right here with us talking to us live. We're really excited about that. We should have that here in the next couple of weeks. We want to thank BSN and Triple Elite. He said, "Hey, coach," he said he would even pay for it.
Ooh, nice.
So he said he would take care of the bill of how much it is each month. I told him no, but me and coach might think about that though. But I'll tell you this though, I think once we get this up and going, it's going to put us on another platform. There's a guy out of Texas that does a good job, but we're also going to be able to put our sponsors' names on there, and that's why you want to get on board with us now to get your name on that list, because with the sponsorship, it's going to help these girls basketball, and it's also goes to a good cost of us giving between a $500 to $1,000 scholarship to a young lady that might help pay for books or might help pay for parking, might even help pay for a couple meals. When you get in college, man, ain't nothing free in life. So that's something that we want to do here with Oklahoma High School Girls Between Lines. We want to give a scholarship at the end of the year to some lucky young lady. We'll come up with some kind of platform, how they going to win that. But one thing me and Coach has always been talking about too is that everybody's starting these podcasts. They starting podcasts. It's like having a grass fire now. Everybody want to do a podcast. Excited for everybody that's doing that. But one thing about it is we're going to keep rocking and rolling. We're not going to stop. And the other thing is too is that we want you to subscribe to this show. And we always thought about and we're going to go and do it. If you are a new subscriber here in the next 1 to 2 months, and if you subscribe and you tell us that you subscribe, hit us up on the DM and we'll get you a $75 gift card to Dick's. That might buy you a couple pair of new socks for the season.
You're doing a drawing, right?
We're gonna do a drawing, but you gotta.
You got a bigger sponsor than I got.
No, hey man, hey, we need people to come get on this platform because we are the best thing on this side of heaven as far as girls high school girls basketball, because we are bringing it every week. We're talking about different young ladies. We're not just talking about the same young ladies, which I am going to talk about Brooklyn Miles here in a minute. We do talk about her a lot, but she gives a lot of love, folks. She talks about us, and everybody do the same, man. We're starting to get girls. I mean, I'm telling you, Coach was talking about just yesterday. He gets out of the class, and you can tell the kids are back in school now because they can't have their phones, and you could tell, man. 2:35. I mean, he was going off. So we are going to have this challenge for the next 2 months. That's we'll start it now, and we'll run it to win, Coach. What do you think?
Let's go. Where you want to go? September.
Let's go September. End of September.
4 episodes. How about that?
Four episodes. And so if you subscribe here in the next 4 episodes, you have your name, get a chance to put your name in a drawing for a $75 gift card to Dick's, or we'll just say Dick's because every kid likes to shop and get new gear, new undershirts, whatever you need. So we'll do that. $75 gift card to Dick's. I might even get you a picture taken with my son-in-law.
You used to give me a pair of shoes. Now it might get some shoelaces now. I mean,
oh yeah.
You used to give me a pair of $75. I was like, well, okay, which one do I want? Now it's like $75. Those are the laces.
Oh yeah.
One shoe.
But that's our challenge to you guys. We want to get back to you for once supporting us, and like I said, I think once we get this new platform going, we're going to put up a web page so you guys can send stuff there. We're about to take off. We're going to. We're not gonna sit around and wait. We're gonna try to go to the next level. We've been talking about this. We've done this almost for a year now. We got a good platform of what we're doing, and people giving a lot of feedback. So I'm telling you, our Twitter page is, there's so many different people on there, and I would tell you, Keep It 100 still gonna go. I dropped my first show, boys football, this coming Friday. I got 2 special guests that's gonna come on. Let's talk to Coach Washington Day, the Midway City High School boys football coach. Got a chance to talk to him today. He did a golf tournament. He just wanted to tell everybody to come out. Next Friday night they're gonna have a kind of family fun day. So I told him I'll give him a shout out. I'm gonna give him a shout out on this show, and in the show that comes Sunday. So Coach, let's get this started though. Let's get this party going. Real quick, I'm gonna give a little bit of love to Crush Queens, Coach Dre and his Queens. They did it again. They came out victorious in the MAYB tournament. Came up short in Puma, Coach. Came up short, real short in Puma, but hey, it happens when you go play against some girls that can shoot like Hera girls. So
I heard that Wisconsin team was pretty high.
Yeah, they were pretty. Chapman girls, it's a prep school. I think they won it in 3 different age groups.
They did.
Chapman out of Wisconsin. Some young ladies that can flat out shoot the ball. We played up, so they were mostly sophomores. I think we had one. They was either freshmen or sophomore. I think 5 sophomores or freshmen, whatever they are, they beat us. But got us about 26 points, and that don't happen very much to the Queens, but it did that day. But going into that game, we had a big time win. Game buzzer shot in by Brooklyn Henderson. She hit a buzzer beater. Just to take us to the championship round. With that many teams, if you guys know, Puma they did it with the boys and girls at the same time. It was a madhouse. I mean, but it was a good deal. But you look at what the EYBL and you look at what Under Armour and Adidas do. It's nothing like that though. Just the coverage. If you look at every time you look at EYBL or you look at Pro whatever, the 16, not the Puma 16, but I guess it's the what is it? What's it called? The whatever it is. What's the name of the show that the guy that does Oklahoma Sam? What's it called?
Hoops, Oklahoma Hoops.
Yeah, it's kind of like whatever it is. I mean, I guess Nike uses it, but every time you look up, man, on Instagram, they're showing some girl, but the way the EYBL was set up, man, it was pretty nice set up. So, Puma, they trying to get there. They got a long way to go. Not knocking their format, but you got a long way to go if you're gonna try to catch Under Armour or Adidas.
I got a call the other day. I think they made a change. Brought an Oklahoma guy in, so I'm kind of excited to see where BC's going to go with that. So
yeah, I got to see BC. He was coaching over at Edmond
North.
Edmond North. Now I think he's going to take over the Puma girls circuit side. So
it'll be interesting. To see. He'll get out and hit the streets with it. So.
Yeah, and that's what you need for you to have a good foundation. It's like us in this new platform that we're going. This is great, but why not take it another step higher? That's we're now me and coaches here are talking. We can bring Brooklyn Miles on, or a young lady on from Tulsa or that area. Have her stats up, have some of her clips going on while we're talking to her. So now everybody in Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas, or wherever you're at, can see her what she's doing. So I think that's going to be cool. I think we're going to try to branch out a little bit more, start trying to touch the states of Kansas, Arkansas, and Texas. With this platform, we might dibble with.
We talk about that, and the thing about that is we still focus on Oklahoma kids, but we have Oklahoma kids that are playing on Texas teams.
Yes, sir.
We
yes,
have
sir.
Kids are playing on Arkansas teams. The kids are playing Kansas teams. So so we're trying to get those teams. It's the same thing. We're trying to promote Oklahoma kids, but you got to do that by promoting those teams as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we're branching out because our kids are branching out a little bit, and we will make sure they get covered as well.
Yes, sir. You're right. You're 100% right.
I'm gonna go ahead and give on the 16s. It was Lady Showtime that won 16 nationals. And Lady Showtime that has the former kid from Mustang, the Combs kid.
Yeah.
It has a Gillespie kid from Choctaw, I believe. And then the 1700s was We Got Next with Paisley Carter's team. It had Daily Rice. I got Jalen Cathron on the 60 seconds, and then also had Juju Davenport on that team. So Oklahoma swept the board on that.
Yeah, that's really good though. When you can, they had teams come from all over. I mean, they had teams come from different parts. I mean, Oklahoma, Missouri, Texas, Kansas. I mean,
Jennifer Douglas team.
Jennifer Douglas team won. I think they won the gold bracket. Okay. The lower bracket, but I mean that's big time. She got out there and got her girls going. But like I said, the Queens won the 14 division. They won it last year. 13s on a back-to-back. Great game from all the young ladies. Big shout out. I'm gonna give a shout out to Riri Walters. Great game. I mean, she's been balling coach since we left Kentucky. Mm-hmm. She's been playing lights out. Kind of did a little stat sheet and something that we're gonna try to do too. To all you young ladies and parents, if you know a young lady that's out there balling, it's kind of like Channel 4 do. They give back the $200,
right?
Pay her for whatever it's called. We're gonna do the same thing with our Oklahoma High School girls basketball. If you know a young lady that's a practice player, somebody that's doing something good, let us know and we'll get her picture.
We want to recognize the little things, the hard work. It's not always about
the stars.
I did an article the other day on unranked players.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Two that I remember just on the article top of my head that Lexi Johnson got an offer. She has an offer. She's not ranked, and so that tells you the summer she's had. Yes, and then the other kid was the Jada Sparks kid that plays. I mean, she had a great summer too. So, the ranking thing is that Oklahoma's so deep. I mean, we talk about that looking at kids at 27s that are getting D1 offers, and they're just popping up left and right. I mean, commitments and offers are popping up left and right, and they're going out of state, in state. And so Oklahoma is really that hotbed for recruiting in the nation.
It is. I mean, you got a lot of girls that's getting. I mean, we just had a freshman get a big time offer from Baylor.
Yeah. Brooklyn got the offer from Baylor. The Woolsey kid, I believe she got Abilene Christian. And then the Woodruff kid, Abilene Christian, got Wichita State
Yeah,
too.
yeah, she got Wichita State, and Brooklyn Miles just got Wichita State, which I kind of knew that was coming when she was up in Kentucky.
Right.
They got a chance to watch her, and then Sanaa Douglas, she got another offer from I think she got Wichita, and I think she got Arkansas, which is
Yeah.
big time though. So Oklahoma girls are doing big time things here, man, and that's good though
Mm-hmm.
that they're doing those things because it opens up the platform from other girls that hey they might not see you, so that's why you got to be at 100% great attitude all the
Right.
time and go out there and hustle because you get this offer, kids. Believe me, stay humble. The one thing the coach will tell you, stay humble and excuse me, and stay in the gym. Don't think, oh, I got this offer, man, it's over now because quick as you got the offer, quick as they can take it. You know, it's a contract, it's a business,
One
folks.
year, 1 year
Yeah,
deal.
1 year deal, and so make sure you just take care of business and make sure you have a great attitude on the court because the one thing that nobody wants to do is bring somebody in that has a boo boo attitude because they're not going to want you on their team because why? That's cancer. Nobody wants cancer on their team.
I like to say, we talk about Division Ones and others. There's two young ladies I know that really work hard, one of them is my kid that plays for me, and Maggie Vincent. She's got her third offer now, and Destiny Duff out of Piedmont. She got another offer. So there's some kids and they're not D1s, but they are a school being
Yeah,
paid for.
that's it. That's the most important
They're
thing.
going to have the opportunity to be a collegiate player, and that's what it's about. I mean, it's just a matter of getting that opportunity. Now these days doesn't mean anything. You go small school, and then small schools know it now. They're doing well. You say, hey Zoe, come on in, be an all conference player, be a stud. I think you could do this, and then you know what? If Oklahoma calls you, then go. I mean, and that's where the recruiting has gotten to now, where a small school is not bad because it really gives you a chance to
To
get
play.
minutes and numbers by your name.
That's it. That's the most important thing. Anybody can go to a school. You can go to OU for 4 years and sit the bench and have
Right.
nice gear, but you ain't got no minutes. Or my baby can go up to UCO or Southern Nazarene or OBU or any of these schools here in Oklahoma or
Mm-hmm.
Tulsa or ORU. I'm not gonna count them short, but you can go to some of those schools and get minutes. That's the most important thing. And you also got to look at too. If you're at a big D1, there's gonna be other girls coming in the transfer portal. That's what
Right.
this world is all about now. It's about the transfer portal. And if you ain't performing, guess what? They're gonna tell you, hey, you might think about looking to do something else. They'll tell you that. It happens in football all the time. Kids think they're good and they get up there and they get there, they're not performing. Guess what? It's hey, this really ain't the perfect fit for you. I thought it was when I recruited you out of high school, but this ain't it. So
Not like our smaller schools. Our smaller schools are doing a good job of recruiting Oklahoma kids.
yeah,
I'm seeing offers. Oklahoma Christian has done a good job offering Oklahoma kids. I think Claire Beebe out of Crossing's got one from Oklahoma Christian the other day, and Coach Ferguson at Northeastern does a really good job, and Coach Overton and Coach Zen, at Oklahoma Baptist and Southwest. So they're doing a good job of
no,
keeping
big time.
kids in house.
Well, because
And so that's why Division Two in Oklahoma is tough. I mean, they're keeping the Oklahoma kids.
hey, yeah, I got a chance to talk to Courtney the other day. Courtney's somebody I'll have on the show here soon. She talks about recruiting big time. She kind of knew her stuff, but she kind of said, "Hey, one thing that you do when you are looking to go to a school, make sure you know all the coaches. Just don't know one coach, because if that coach is leave, then you only had a relationship with that coach, and then you didn't really have a relationship with assistant coaches. What happens then? That assistant coach don't know you, and you don't know him. Guess what? You might not be the type of girl he wants. So guess
Yeah.
what? Your name might be in the portal. So get to know your coaches and get to know your players. One, because know the girls that you're going to be playing with, not the older girls, because they're going to leave before you. Get to know the younger girls so you can get a bond with them, and then you can hang out with them and all that. But get to know. Don't go to a school because a certain coach. Go because one, that school has something that you want to major in. Two, you like the program, but coaches leave day and night. They might be
Right.
here, and somebody might say, "Hey, man, I'm gonna pay you another 500,000 to come here." Whatever they pay you to come over here. Then guess what? They leave, and you're still stuck there. Now you're ready to get in the transfer portal because you don't like it there. Then you might go to somewhere a little bit worse. So
Yeah.
make sure you find a school that you love, that you like, and you want to be at, and then you get your degree in.
Exactly. I mean, do your research, do your
Yes,
homework
sir.
before you go. Find out like we've talked about. Make sure that they have your major. Make sure that the coach plays your style. You're up and down. If you're a tweener of a guard and they're running, set plays, that may not be the deal for you. That's why sometimes when I post, you'll see me say perfect fit.
Yes,
Thumbs up,
sir.
down.
That's it. That's it.
That's like the Oklahoma Baptist got the kid Matty Kirk, I believe, out of Edmond Memorial Short.
Yes, yes.
And,
Hey,
and that's why I posted it. Perfect fit for what this kid
great,
does. I
great,
mean,
great.
that's what Coach Overton does. So it's a great fit. Now, I'm saying she couldn't play in a walk up and down game, but when you talk about run up down, shooting threes, and transition, perfect fit for that young lady. So congratulations to her. I think she was a kid I was saying was coming up because we talked about her today. She's playing behind two Power Five kids.
Yes.
And she had a great summer, and Coach Overton saw that fit her style and offered, and she accepted, and so that's a perfect fit for her though. So that's why I said make sure that system. You can get online, do your research. You can go YouTube it. You can go on their team page. You can find a game online to make sure that they fit your style.
No, that's true because, like you said, Bo does a pretty good job. He's like a ninja. He's in and out. Boy, you see him in Kentucky, and then he had his camp the other day. I got a chance to go to his camp on Monday. It was a good camp. I know Trent may do another camp.
Yeah.
I know he had one earlier in the year and he do another one. So
Coach Ferguson did a good one down in
yeah.
Northeastern.
Yeah, he did. That's what are they? The River what?
Riverhawks.
Riverhawks. Hey, that's you know what, Coach? I like that school.
Well,
I like the.
Especially when you're sitting on the Illinois River, you get
Riverhawk. I mean, I'm just saying I like the school. The stadium, the arena looks really nice, and I got to meet their assistant coach down at when she was down in Plano. She was recruiting a couple girls from Unity. So no, I really like that. I think Audrey Plunkett has a chance to go there. So I really like him. You already got Deanna Douglas over there from Iowa City. So they're doing big things, man. He does a good job, man. I heard that camp was really, really, really ran good. Bo did a good job. Probably had 40 girls out there. Yeah. You younger kids, ladies, get to these camps, man. I know you might not get an offer. Zoe went to 3 of them this year.
It's good learning experience.
That's it.
Good learning experience.
Couldn't have said it better, Coach.
Well, as a young player, sometimes you have a problem because if you're a functional player and you're like, I just give you an example, driving kicks.
Yeah.
So I'll drive, make the kick, but when it comes back, that player may not kick it to you. So you just can't stand there and go,
you gotta be moving.
You got to move, and so it's a good experience. That's why I always try to teach my kids or whatever. Walk into a gym and just play pickup ball.
That's it.
And don't look selfish, but be a little selfish. But don't look selfish so much. Don't force it so much. But you got to be able to show that you can score. And so it's a good experience for a freshman to get that off.
Yes, sir.
And basically what you're there is just put a face in front of a coach. And I'm not saying they're not going to pay attention to you, but it's just getting to understand. So when you are going into your sophomore and junior year, you understand how these camps work. They're different from your AAU team. They're different from your high school team, but you understand how they work so you can perform, but yet not look like you're shooting 35 times.
Yeah. It's not about being a ball hog. Coach, man, like I said, I really want to talk to you. You got these incoming freshmen that start school here in the next week. Tell the parents that don't know, your baby was a star at Taft Middle School. She was a star at Moon.
Man, don't talk about my online school like that.
Okay, I'm sorry, Coach.
Man.
But they was a star at Putnam City Mayfield. If it's still around. And now they're going into high school.
Yeah.
And so, and high school is different, Coach, because you practice, and you weight lift. Tell the parents what to expect. Because you've done this for a while, then you're a high school coach now. Tell them what to expect.
I always say the transition is the hardest. Is from 8th grade to freshman, and then really from freshman to sophomore. One is you've always had your grade team. You've always had a 7th grade team. You've always had an 8th grade team. Depending on where you go to, you're guaranteed almost on the team. There's 15 girls out, 15 girls make the team. And you probably got a little playing time no matter what score was because that's middle school, and you always had a team. Go to 8th grade, same way. 9th grade, you got a freshman team, and that might be the only team you make. Maybe you don't make JV.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't make varsity. If your team doesn't have a freshman team, then you're going to be on JV probably, and you might get minutes, you might not. And so the idea of, I won't say having to earn it, but you've never really been in that situation to where you're out there and there's 15, 20 players trying to make 12 spots. And if you are number 12, it doesn't mean you're going to play.
Yeah.
You're going to sit on the bench.
But you got a uniform.
Yeah, you got a uniform. And I think that's the hardest time. I hear it all the time. I hear it in football sometimes because some people suit all, smaller schools suit everybody. And kid's a freshman and he don't get to play on varsity night. And you hear a kid, well, no, I get to play, man. I'm gonna quit. Well, you're only a freshman.
Yeah, don't quit.
You're only a freshman, and you're used to playing no matter what. And I think that's the hard part that you got to get into.
You got to get adjusted.
Your practices are probably going to range anywhere from 2 to 2.5, depending on who your coach is. Maybe with some weightlifting in there, and it's really not depending on where you're at. It's not optional. I mean, my first meeting I ever have is I said, look, here's the deal. If I didn't show up at Christmas break, had no practices.
Yeah.
All right, Zoe's coming over to my school, and you go, well, Coach, what's the schedule like? Well, I'm gonna take a whole Thanksgiving off, and we're gonna take 12 days off of Christmas, and we're gonna practice one time before we play. You're like, I'm not coming, Coach.
Nope.
Why not? Because we want a ball. So, but as a coach, I have to do that. I have to provide that. Now,
Service.
As a player, as a parent, you got to be there. It goes both ways. That's what I said is, if I did that, you'd want to fire me. If you do that, I may not want to play your kid.
Yes, sir.
And your kid may not get to play. And then that's the problem. When we go on fake games, do what you got to go do, but remember, I'm there. And if I wasn't there as a coach opening up that gym, you'd be like, Coach Vick, we got a problem here. Zoe wants to be in the gym playing. Well, I'm on vacation. For what, like all Christmas? Yeah. And so you'd probably be in the portal, January the 1st. And so I think that's a change that you have to get used to. You've got to make that more of a commitment to make sure that you are at the practices. Like we practice Monday at Falls break. I can't give them 8 days off. And I will tell you, for girls, we learned it in college. Coach McCullough learned it first year at OBU. You can't give girls off, I hate to say it, no more than 10 days. After 10, you're back to square one. And so those things you got to make a commitment to. Eligibility now, a little bit more serious than it was in 8th grade.
Yes, sir.
And really what you got to do, you got to be used to being in a locker room and locker room with 18, 19-year-olds. I mean, you're in the 8th grade locker room, you're hanging out, I don't know, maybe with a 16-year-old 8th grade. Oh, no.
Coach, we'll have to take a break real quick.
All right.
We're going to take a quick break. I have to get me some water. That Coach finishes up. We're going to turn it over to one of our sponsors. Right back on Oklahoma High School Girls
Hopefully
Between
it's
the
water
Lines.
sponsor for you.
Yeah, I got to get some water. Be right back after one of our sponsors. Oklahoma High School Girls Between the Lines. Be right back.
Above the Line Hoops, helping players achieve their goals through recruitment, exposure, and promotion.
Welcome back to Oklahoma High School Girls Between the Lines, folks. Sorry about that. I got all choked up. Coach had me choked up when he started talking about eligibility because that's something I didn't do good when I was in school. So that's the most important thing.
I did it one time.
Yeah.
I had like I don't know whatever grade it was. I had it one time. I actually sit out a game. You know what? I've never had a problem ever since.
Coach, some you hit on, you talk about, girls being 18, 19 years old, and here you got a freshman coming in, and that's something you got to kind of control that locker room because I was talking to Coach Pig about this yesterday. He was kind of telling me a story that when he was a freshman and he came in playing for the boys, he was good. And, some of the boys kind of got jealous of him,
Right.
and he went out and scored 21 points, and some other boys kind of got jealous of what he did. They TP'd his house. Do you think that happens a lot now? I mean, because I know sometimes, you got this senior and you got this freshman coming in and she got this hype. And how do you control that as a coach? Do you have a meeting when it first starts off and say, hey, we one team, doesn't matter if she's a freshman, she's a sophomore, she's a junior. If she can score, we're going to get the ball in our hands. Or do you kind of let the seniors control that?
Well, let me take care of the first thing. Nobody TPs anymore. That's a $150 job. You got money to throw away like that. I mean, nobody TPs anymore. Nobody even throws eggs anymore.
Unless you got some chickens.
But seriously though,
that's a good one.
Seriously though, the thing is, it's something you talk about. I think it's as a coach and the staff, you talk about it, you make awareness. I think the consequences now are so great compared to what they used to be. That I think it's more of a serious issue. As a coach, you're going to play the best ones.
Yes, sir.
And you let your high school kids know. I mean, you've got an 8th grader down there just cooking it. I mean, hey, y'all better pick it up because she's coming.
She's coming.
But it's going to happen in college too. I said it all
Yes,
the
sir.
time. Take unofficial visits because on official visit, they're going to come in and say, now take Zoe out to eat and wine and dine her and tell her how good the program is. And, and then we want you here. And then she gets there, and they'll send like nobody talking to her because they're afraid she's gonna take her spot.
That's it. They love you. They love you. They recruit you.
Yeah, I mean,
They love you.
you know, and so, but they want you in their program. They want because they know you're gonna make them better.
Yes, sir.
They just don't want you taking their spot.
The spot. That's it.
But I think you have that conversation. Coach staff, they have that conversation with all the girls and boys, whatever, and have that, and then you tell the consequences. And consequences could be kicked off the team. It follows you to the next one, and then what happens is when you try to go to the next school on a transfer, they can deny you because of that. I mean, it's like a record that kind of follows with you.
Yes, sir.
And I've seen that happen on kids that got suspended. I've heard of a kid that got suspended one day for, I don't know what it was, something, I don't want to say stupid, but something, just ridiculous, kind of like, nothing serious. And cost him transferring from to another school because he had been suspended. That was part of the criteria is no suspensions, and he got suspended like one day.
Yes, sir.
And it came on his record, and it was at a boys program, and he lost out. So I think the consequences are a little bit harder now, where it doesn't happen as much.
That's big time. So, like I said, I know, got a lot of these incoming freshmen. You're going to hear a lot of these girls that we're going to see here on September 6th. So the incoming freshmen is going to make an impact with their teams. A lot of them are, these coaches nowadays are not scared to play a freshman. They can play. You had a freshman pretty much start for you last year, Paisley Carter.
Well, I think it happens. The good example is it carries on down.
Yes, sir.
At the collegiate level, freshmen come in and make an impact as a freshman. And so I think that has been accepted at the collegiate level. So now that idea of, waiting, I only play upperclassmen, I think that's kind of trickled down to high school now to where it's more acceptable for freshmen to play. I did have Paisley play last year every game, starting at point guard, and she was number. She was when we did our 5, she was in that 5. So
yes, sir.
I didn't look at grade. I looked at the first 5 that can go.
Who can go? Who can help us win ball games? It's all about winning ball games. If you ain't winning, you ain't putting nobody in the seats. Nobody wants to watch a team that goes 0-20. So it's all about that, and that's how the school revenue money by the concession stands, by the people paying to get in the game.
Like independent business people. That's what I think parents don't understand. Also, is when you talk about middle school to high school, get involved in the fundraisers. Get involved in what they're doing because people think we get money and we do not. We do not. I mean, the athletic department is self-sufficient. It's not like the State Department says, well, okay, now here's 30 for education, here's 20 for athletics, here you go. And so we are raising our money for our kids to play.
That's it. I mean, they think about these out-of-town tournaments, these hotels. I mean, parents, some of these parents.
Man, I mean, and then we talk about like scorekeepers, clock. Hey, Tony Morgan. Tony he's like for 20 years been doing clock. Now he's like, can I get paid?
Yeah.
I mean,
you got to, man. Not just free life no more. I wish everything was, but the cost of living went up, and so like he said, toilet paper cost your arm and leg.
You really hate that person.
Yeah, you must really hate that person.
Yeah, take a loan out.
But Coach, anything you want to touch base on? I mean, like I said, there's a couple of topics I kind of want to hit, man. Kind of give some shout outs to the teams that went on and won the MAYB. I think back in the day, it's funny. The MAYB tournament was one that when you're probably 3rd or 4th, 5th grade, that tournament is like, man, you can't wait to play that tournament.
Yeah.
Nowadays with so many showcases and so many live periods, kids are going to that, and a lot of these teams. I know Jesse's team has won a few times, and they didn't even go because they're older now and they're playing on the top circuit. I
think the teams that when you're younger, you're not traveling as much. Oh, hello.
Hello.
All right.
I got you.
You're not traveling as much, so it's okay. But when you get done from Kentucky to Chicago to Orlando to whatever, it's kind of like, you know what? I'm done. I'm just toast. And I think you'll find that. I think that format was nice if you guys would have came back and just got your little Carl Albert kids together and said, you know what, we're gonna go play.
That's a great idea. I know they gave a chance to play with Audrey, Jakari, and some of those girls. Hayden and Malia. And
different kids like that's what Paisley did. I mean, Daly and then put that little group together.
Yeah.
Of that group, that American teams that just got back from Phoenix.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, you know what? Let's play together. And they never really kind of played together.
No, they did a good job. They won it.
But they had fun. They had fun doing it because they were playing with different kids, and they were on that last one. So I always thought it was a good deal. I remember Arkansas team Greenwood came a couple of years ago and won back to back. It was their high school team. And then Fort Gibson did it one time, came in and won. And it was their high school team just getting together one time before school started to play in a big time tournament. And as a team trying to win national championship. So I'm just glad the kids are getting looks, they're getting offers. I like the offers that are coming. I look forward to seeing some more. It's nice to see the kids that are ranked. But I also really get really more excited for kids that are unranked that are out there and they've just been overlooked, and all of a sudden now offer drops for them because of the hard work they put in.
Coach, I mean, like I said, I'll wrap it up on this, but that offer stuff is crazy because I talked to Jesse today, and I was kind of like, man, Jesse got probably 3 or 4 girls on that team that he has, legends, 15s, they play up in 16, that should have an offer already. I thought Amara King would have one already after she put 23 against Iowa Attack. That's one of the top teams in the nation, playing AU girls basketball. She had a pretty decent tournament. I mean, not every game was great, but just to see her not get it just really make you scratch your head. And probably ORU or Tulsa hasn't got it. Then you see a young freshman over at Midwest City. She gets an offer. Which is good ball handler, good ball player. The ceilings for her is lights out. But you're like, man, how does this young girl 29 get it? She's a 28 and she's big. I mean, she's already built like a grown woman.
Right.
Brooklyn's still a baby, so she's a young 14. She just turned 14. So that recruiting is crazy, man. I try not to figure it out. I try not to get wrapped up in it because I did it with my boys, and it drove me half crazy.
Right.
That's why I'm bald headed. So I wish all the kids luck. I think everybody. There's so many schools in this world that every kid's gonna get it. It might not be your D1. It might not be a big D2. But if you got somebody who's gonna pay for your school and your books and give you a little bit of money to eat, you take it and run. Unless it's like 80 hours away. Then you think about it because I don't want my kid going too far. I want to be able to go watch your games and stuff like that.
Right.
So good luck to every girl this upcoming season, folks. Like I said, we will have a new platform here in the next few weeks, and I think it's going to be 10 times better. It's going to make you want to watch the show even more, and then we can reach out to more people and do interviews and have the sponsorships on the side. So I think we're going in the right direction. I know Coach is excited about it. I'm excited about it. I wish we could have it today, but that you can't. You got to crawl before you walk. So I understand that. So
it's like fixing my jump shot. I don't want to take it to the game yet. I'm still working on it. I mean, I'm changing it, and it may look ugly at first, but it's going to look good at the end. But I don't want to show my ugly shot first.
No, I hear you, Coach. I hear you. So, folks, like I said, Coach, anything else before we get out of here?
No, back to school. Enjoy yourselves. Get busy in class. Get started
Take
early.
care of business.
Take care of business, and just get back in the gym. I'm sure you're going to get excited with your team, and your coach is going to get you ready to go. I think we'll get ready in the off season with the weights.
That's big time. Well, folks, like I said, we thank you. We ask you to like, subscribe, man. We're trying to get subscribe up once again here in the next 2 months. We're going to challenge anybody that subscribes to today. Drop your name in a comment. Let us know you subscribe so we can put your name in the drawing for a $75 gift card. And folks, we're not going to joke on you. We're going to do it real because we will be at Dick's again this year doing a show or 2 shows probably.
Yeah.
So look for that coming here in the next future. But like I said, we really want to get this thing going to another level. Why should we not have 500 to 1,000 people subscribe to the show? Why not? It's the best thing in high school girls basketball. People love it. I mean, really, we have a lot of people that love it. Really next year's even going to be better. I mean, going into next season going to be better because we know more about what's going on and talk about more girls than the up and coming girls or freshman girls. Like I said, one of the girls that I rave on a lot, even though she's in the same class as my daughter, is Peyton Jones. I can't wait to see her at that camp and see what she can do. Then there's a girl that's out of what Coach V says. He thinks she could be the number 1 player in the state.
I think she might be. It's the Haley McElhenney.
Yeah.
Out of up there in Tulsa area.
Yeah, Tulsa area. So looking forward to seeing her.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm excited to get 29s. I want to get some more 29s because I don't know them all.
Yeah.
I want to get some more 26s, 27s, and 28s because I'm really going to push for you. We've had a good summer. I think we've grown this summer. I think we told you we were going to cover summer basketball, and we did that.
We did it.
And I think the high school season is even going to be just as good. So with the format, we're making a change. We're going to take it to the next level.
Well, folks, we appreciate you. Always tune in to Oklahoma High School Girls Between the Lines to check out Coach V and myself, Tony Johnson. We're going to try to bring you the best of Oklahoma High School Girls basketball from Tulsa to Oklahoma City to Shawnee to El Reno. Jennifer Douglas does it again. Not only does she does it in 5A. Yeah, she's going for 3-peat. So I'll tell you right now, don't sleep on Jennifer Douglas. Jennifer, I'm giving you a little shout out.
Real quick though, I saw ADMs come out.
Oh yeah. That's what I want to touch. Everybody's gonna have their fingers crossed. Where Newcastle gonna go? Where Douglas gonna go? Hey, I'm telling you right. Who's going up, Coach?
Newcastle went up.
No, they did, Coach.
They did 5A. Now it's tentative.
It's tentative. But I got to call OSSA. That can't happen.
I'll tell you who I saw. Was Booker T 5A last year?
Booker T was 5A.
Okay, so Newcastle went up, and so but they did go up though.
Booker 5A. Booker T with Booker. They can stay at 5A.
Yeah, they stayed in 5A.
Okay. What about Douglas?
I didn't check.
But see, y'all heard it here first on Oklahoma High School girls basketball. I kind of knew that was going to happen, man. I started seeing stuff at Carl Albert. Their softball team is playing them. Their softball team, their volleyball team. So guess what? Welcome to 5A Newcastle Racers.
Let me look right here. Look.
Okay, he looking. We're gonna give him a second.
There's Arena.
They should be in Carl Albert's district.
Nope. John Marshall dropped down for the boys. I know that's a big deal. They dropped down. Nope, Douglas 4A. Western Heights dropped down to 4A.
So who's all in 5A?
Glenpool, Bishop McGinnis went up 5. Glenpool's 5 and Newcastle's 5.
So Bishop McGinnis is 5A now?
I think these are the 4 that bumped up. Classen, Newcastle, Glenpool, and Bishop McGinnis bumped up.
There you go. You heard it first on Oklahoma High School girls basketball.
That's not counting the private school rule, though, so that'll change a little bit here in a minute.
It'll change. Bishop McGinnis probably go back down.
No, they'll stay up.
They'll stay up? Well, stay up then. They got who? They got Cash and Paige and...
They got a good squad. They got Tucker. They got Ace.
Ace. You got
Ace. Who had a good summer. They got
Cash, yeah.
They'll
be all right. They got a good coach. I like the coach, too. He's a good guy.
Jay does a good job.
Yeah. So, folks, like I said, once again, we're going to get out of here. Thank you for tuning in to another great episode of Oklahoma High School Girls Between the Lines with my man, Coach V, and myself, Tony Johnson. Please hit the like. Please subscribe. Once again, $75 gift card is out there. Please subscribe to Oklahoma High School Girls Basketball. And hopefully next time we do a show, we'll be doing it for our new format. So we'll see you next time. Ready? We out of here. See ya.
We'd like to thank the following sponsors: Above the Line Hoops, Prep Girl Hoops, Keep It 100, and for the latest in high school girls basketball action, check out the podcast on YouTube at Oklahoma High School Girls Basketball Between the Lines.